by how well they shot it from three.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. So it's the Cavaliers now. They trail by 16. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Cleveland, Thompson and Varejao at the 4 and 5. Jay out there with Irving, and it's Smith in at the small forward position. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Brooks. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Timberwolves put on quite a show. He ended with 62 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, I thought was truly incredible.
Unreal. I mean, he was literally on another planet in that game. He did it all on the floor.
What's interesting to me, guys, is to see how much energy he's able to play with here tonight. I mean, his legs still have to be a little heavy from that last game.
And here is Brooks, following the three-pointer by Freak. The drive by Brooks. The shot will not go. And Cleveland the other way now. Here's Jay. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And that's 17 points for Freak.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Rose against Irving. Rose dishes to Gasol. And he gets it to go.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
From deep. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Jay.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Now here's Rose. He's got 11. Gasol, no good. Jay, defended by Gasol. No good from Jay. Chicago leading by 9. And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Mahinmi's checked in for Thompson. Butler against Smith. Butler attacking. And it's Brooks in the corner. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Brooks has got his second basket. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Here's Jay. Offline with his 3. The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Butler passes to Noah. Brooks with it. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Here's Jay. Hits the three-point bomb. Jay's got 23.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter. And just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
Noah the screen. Brooks kicks to Rose. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Fires for 3, and it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Jay.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
And here's the fast break. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. The 3. Cleveland gets it back. Chicago leading by 7. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Now here's Brooks. He's covered closely.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Irving passes to Jay. The 3. And that one's good. Jay's got 29.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
To the inside, Brooks. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And they're on the 2K leaderboard of the teams that have been tormenting opponents defensively this month. The Cavaliers, number 1.
And they've just been on a defensive tear. I mean, allowing so few points. And really, I think it's the energy with which they play.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Pachulia, he's checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Pau Gasol. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And Tony Snell subbed in for Rose.
Still trailing, but their offense is off life support here in the second quarter. It's got a pulse.
Good point, Clark. They're starting to make some shots, looking to try and get back in this one.
Now here's Brooks. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Indiana.
And he also was a table setter in that game, Kevin. Just an amazing job with his passing. Just a joy to watch that.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. From downtown, and again the triple from Jay. Jay's got 32 points in the game.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Now here's Brooks. 8 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. There's the pick. Off the screen. Brooks can't get that one to fall.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
From past the arc. And Pachulia pulls it down. The Bulls have gone just 33% for the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Snell, that's good. The Cavaliers trail by 4.
And this should be the last possession of the quarter.
Exactly. I'm right with you there, Greg. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter. Make sure you get the last shot here.
Here's Jay, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Bulls lead by 4. And time now to go courtside as we send you.
Some ground for you to make up, no doubt, here in the first half. What are the areas you need to improve on to get back even with them?
I think we just need to step our energy level up a little bit. We seem to be moving around like we were playing underwater in that first half. Second half, we need to come out with more urgency.
Good looking.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third.
Just an amazing game for Jay. He's got 32 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
I think we need a calculator to keep track of just how many of those he's knocked down.
Butler teams with Dunleavy on the perimeter. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. And it's Rose in at the point guard. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Noah the screen. Rose goes in. Off the pick. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Jay. And that misses. That would have put him up. Chicago leading. Rose dishes to Noah. There's the pick. He kicks it to Butler. Back to Noah. It's tipped. Right side Irving. And he banks in the layup. Irving's got his second basket of the game.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
They sure did, Greg. And I like the fact they never put their chin in their chest when they were down early. I mean, they were down big early. They were composed. and they never got desperate and stayed within themselves. Very impressive.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. Derrick Rose was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
And thank you for that, Doris.
Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. 12 points, and he's been delivering a healthy dose of helpers, too.
He really has, Clark. Always with his head up, looking to make the pass, trying to find the open man.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that... 1:37 left in the third. Fires the three, and he gets it to go. Jay's got it, got 41.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Jimmy Butler. Here's Jay. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Bulls have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Brooks with it. Now guarded by Jay. That's good.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense. And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
And Brooks, here we go. Snell from outside, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Brooks has got his 5th assist in this one.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Bulls trail by 3. Outside Butler. Launches a 3. No good on that last second. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Chicago with the ball. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. On the court for Cleveland. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Irving is out there with Jay. And it's Shumpert in at the 3, the small forward.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noah.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
No good from Jay.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
Another shot, and it's finished off by Shumpert as he lays it in. And the Cavaliers lead by 3.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Gasol, a screen on Irving. In the corner, it's Dunleavy. Shot clock at 5. No good on the 3.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
The shot's good from Jay.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Dunleavy kicks to Gasol. Gasol a screen. Dishes to Rose. Now the feed to Butler. Yeah.